All right. So let's move on to some DC Universe news. James Gunn is, of course, doing the hype for Superman, and he's had a lot to say about a whole bunch of stuff, which naturally would lead to people going, "Well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" Um, and he said some stuff about, oh man, what happened with Disney and Marvel having to do all this stuff. He was interviewed by, what was this, Variety Fair? Um, Goodness. Let me see. What was
He's
his
been
interview?
talking a lot.
Rolling Stones.
There you go.
And he said the high output of Marvel content for Disney Plus killed them. And it's hard not to think that maybe there are some fatigue issues. And he was saying they put out too much stuff. It wasn't really their fault. That wasn't fair. It wasn't right. And it killed them. We have to treat, we meaning the folks at DC, we have to treat every project as if we're lucky. We don't have the mandate to have a certain amount of movies and TV shows every year. So we're going to put out everything that we think is of the highest quality. We're obviously going to do some good things and some not so good things. Well, why'd you say obviously, Peacemaker? But hopefully, on average, everything will be as high quality as possible. Now, what do you think about that?
I think that he should probably shut the F up.
Guys.
Because even if you say that the quantity of stuff on Disney Plus, the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus, it was the quantity of stuff on DC. When DC had a platform, that killed it. It wasn't enough. Like, if you went to your DC platform, you were paying whatever you were paying monthly, and it was like 6 shows. And it was always just 6 shows. Mm-hmm. And they never, they didn't add anything. They didn't do anything. It was just garbage. So you're talking about something that has an overkill maybe to yours who had nothing. You had nothing on that thing. And then you even try to throw comic books on it. We're going to throw some comic books on it so you can read the comic books on your TV. I'm not reading comic books on my TV. This is garbage, DC. You should shut up, Young Gun. You should see how Superman does. And then talk. Come back in August. And then we'll hear you speak. Right now, you should be humble. Go ahead and get some key lime humble pie and eat that joint till you find out how Superman does. Because let Superman tank, boy. I'm going to fire your ass up daily. Daily, monthly, weekly. You hear me?
The whole dang world.
Right. That I'm down with the capital CPT. I'm trying to tell you, man, I am going to fire him up. So he best just chill out with all the words. I don't know why he even coming out of the shadows now. You have had...
James Gunn has never shied away from talking. And that is, I think he really believes in Superman. Because is that studio head, I mean, this even seems a lot to talk about. Yeah. It's every talk bit in the world, he has no problem admitting it. But there is hey, how about you make sure Superman is good? Because if it's not, Marvel will still stick around. DC, I don't know if they want to stick around if this bombs. It might be, hey, we're going to change directions again and find a new studio head. I mean, because what your first 3 scheduled releases are Superman, Supergirl, which is now the title of it because we didn't like whatever it was.
Woman of Tomorrow. It was confusing. Supergirl and Woman. Which one is it?
So Supergirl, maybe Lanterns, and then Clayface.
You said movies, so Clayface is the 3rd movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right, John.
So Clayface is one of the movies, right? Superman, Supergirl, and Clayface. And he over there talking. Clayface. You got some damn nerve.
To me, that is your lineup means you either really think it's great and it's tested out the park, or you probably need to agree with you. Just chill out until you see what those numbers are.
DC over there shelving movies. Batgirl isn't good enough to go out. You know what I mean?
Do you think they're gonna ever release Batgirl?
Yes.
Probably eventually, man. When they have nothing left, when they're down to nothing, which is gonna be soon. Especially if the Superman fails, because if Superman fails, they might as well just hold on. They might as well either throw it all out there or suck it all back in.
Let me see here. I feel like there was something else he talked about.
Yo, yeah.
What did you say?
He's been talking about a lot. See if I
he has been talking,
man,
a lot. He posts on Threads, and that's what happens with a lot of stuff. I'm trying to, because I feel like he did. Oh, darn it. He did kind of address.
Gunn was the one who did the Justice League, right?
No, he had nothing to do with that.
Who did Justice League? Who fool did that? Who did the first part of Justice League?
Josh Whedon.
Yeah, Josh Whedon. That's another dude who could never say nothing. Josh Whedon needs to go wherever he is and stay there. That first Justice League was cut. Trash. I mean, that's that Superman line. I've never seen garbage eating garbage before. You know what I mean? And that's what just that first Justice League was. So yeah, them cats need to chill out, man. Wherever you at, James Gunn, man, sit down, man. See where you are, and just sit down, bro. You ain't got nothing to say until this Superman hits, and God help you if it doesn't. May the sweet Lord come and wrap his arms around you and hold you while you cry, because this is going to be a major mess up if this thing doesn't do well. And I don't think it's going. I have no interest in it, but I actually hope it does well, just so we have some diversity from Marvel. But I don't know.
Oh, this would be great. All right, so in this other, there were more, because this Rolling Stones article really went to a lot of stuff. He was saying other people may say it's got to be a home run, nothing else. I'm like, no, I'd be very happy with a double. Effing Iron Man wasn't the be all and end all. It wasn't Avatar. We're doing something that's that's a piece of the puzzle. It's not the puzzle itself. We have Peacemaker, we have Supergirl, and what we want to do is make a movie that people love. They feel connected to the characters. It's just this one movie. It's not everything. Gunn said, admitting he feels frustrated by people not being able to see the bigger picture of the franchise plans. I hate it when there's an effing article and it's going on about all the problems and blah, blah, blah. And that means even more pressure on James Gunn and Superman. I'm like, guys, I'm not responsible for all that. I'm responsible for my piece of the pie. I got to make my budget back. I'll be very happy with that.
What? So that's young. So already he's like, I'm laying it down. That already he's just, you know what I mean? Why don't you go ahead and lay your ball next to, what's that, Jordan? When you was watching Will Smith was the golfer. Go in there and put your ball
bag
next
of
to
Vance.
Yeah, bag of Vance. Go in and put your ball over there next to so-and-so's ball. First of all, the DC ship is sinking. So let's not act like this is not supposed to come and save the ship. What he's just saying right now is, well, if we come with a couple of lifeboats and we save some people, then it'll be okay. You can't. I just want to make the budget back. I just want to save half the people on the boat. You know, and if that's all you want to do, you just want to make the budget back, bro. Then what's that telling the people who are coming to see the show? Hey, look, man, we just trying to make our money back, bro. Can you imagine a drug dealer? Yeah, I'm just trying to break even this month. Nah, I don't want profit for the re-up. I just want to break even. So if I bought this drugs here for $32,000, I just want to make $32,000 back. So next month I can just go ahead and do the same thing again. You're not making any sense, bro. Like that doesn't make any sense. You're already laying down, man. You've already laid down. People are saying this is a DC is sinking. It's sinking, bro. Y'all have gone there and you sank this ship with all these bad movies or canceling a universe that people liked and then saying that before these people went and saw the movies. Hey, y'all go on and spend your money and see Aquaman. I mean, this is the last. We ain't doing nothing with it. So this is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last Aquaman. Hey man, y'all go see Flash. It's over after this. We're gonna start everything again. Oh, it didn't make no money. Oh, well here. Wonder Woman was trash. Aquaman and Flash. We let y'all know that that universe was ending.
What about Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle was trash. Wonder Woman was trash. Look, what's the other movie that just came out? They had they did something else recently. It was trash. Yeah. And now here we go with Superman. And you're telling us, hey, we just want to break even. And to show you that we're doing real well right now, we have Peacemaker. Show hands on who the hell is watching Peacemaker.
Is that actually out now?
I haven't seen a single episode of Peacemaker. The last time I saw Peacemaker, I think it was they had the movie with the gigantic star in it.
You didn't watch the series?
No, I didn't watch that series.
Okay.
Nah. August 21st.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Listen, man, they wild as hell over there. They're wild as hell.
Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. I think James Gunn he's trying to basically he's saying this to his bosses. Do not, if you want me to save you, I'm not guaranteeing I'm doing that. You have put out all these bad movies. Warner Brothers, not DC. So we are not guaranteeing that we will be a $3 billion movie out the gate. We will be a, what's your typical, we will be your $800 million movie. That's what, we don't come in here with these projections saying this movie needs to make $1 billion or it's a failure. It's bosses, I need you to understand we are aiming for this double of $800 million. Don't come in here on Monday saying this movie didn't get $400 million the first week. I think that the audience he's actually laying that out for is much more his bosses versus us, the broader audiences.
That is a very solid point there.
A dude comes on and says, man, you made this movie. What do you think about it? It's okay.
No.
He's saying.
No, he has been very adamant. He loves this movie. He's like, hey, this movie is great, but I think what he is.
If he loves the movie, then why is he saying a double? I mean, I can't go in there and be like,
he's literally telling his boss, do not come in here with that mess.
Listen, I don't want to hit a home run. I just want to hit a double.
Who says that? If you have a, let's say, 10-year contract, I don't want you to cancel me out. I mean, very much. I don't want you to pull a Zack Snyder if we don't make $1 billion. We make our money some good investment. Don't come in here expect, hey, with your projections, we were supposed to make this.
That's something you say in the boardroom, bro. That's something that you say on a call with your bosses. You don't say that thing in a magazine, bro. So I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying that's something we gotta call. And I'm on the phone with my bosses, and I'm like, here, listen, this is the startup. We're trying to blah, blah, blah. You have put this on writing in a magazine now. Let me ask you something. So you got bosses or people you work for, or people you got to do stuff for. Have you ever gone into a meeting? They're like, man, you got the presentation, Jason? Yeah, I got the presentation. It's done. It should be okay. You know what I mean?
Hey,
hopefully we'll get through it.
I'm going into meetings telling people, hey, here's the projections. Don't come in here asking for this $1 billion growth. I'm telling you, we can make this much money in our first 5 years, 6 years, 10-year projection. I've had to tell bosses or investors, do not come in here expecting to make $10 billion in a year.
I hear that, but have you ever gone and said, "Hey, this presentation is going to be mediocre"? And that's what I'm saying. So never mind the numbers. Have you ever just gone into a room and they're like, "Jace, man, what you got for us?" What I'm going to say to you is not going to be that good the way I say it. Now here's the numbers, but let me give the presentation, which you're not going to enjoy at all. You know what I mean? And that's what he basically did. He basically, like I said, there's a meeting. So it's different from what my boss may say to me versus what my boss says to the public. Okay. So he might be like, we might be in the boardroom and he might be like, "Hey, listen, but then when we get out in the public, he's like, "Listen, this thing is looking right." Because the public don't want to hear you screaming like, "It's going down, we're on the ship, we're burning." And so that's not what you're trying to project, man. You're not.
I'm so confused about a burning ship, but okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like a company,
spaceship, bro.
Target
it's coming down.
Hey, shop with Target. We try to break even this year. What? Hey, you're not going to hit a home run with your savings shopping here, but you could hit a double. You know, what? What? How'd you do with Target? Well, we got a couple doubles, no home runs. I think we broke even with the coupons too. Yeah. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. If you're going to come and say some things in words, you're supposed to say, "Look, y'all, get your ass down to this theater. It's going to be a damn good time. Come on down."
Okay. See, that's the thing is, I follow James Gunn on Instagram. He has been pitched and if you want to talk about somebody pitching their ideas that, "Hey, I believe in this." Every day, almost every day, you will have something Superman related. "Hey, we had such a fun time. Here's all the backs. We're doing all these things behind the scenes." And this is real. It's if you were to look at that, he believes in this movie. I'll take that versus anything else. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Congratulations, Ryan. Jace just lost his water on that one.
Woo, okay.
Some of my problems with this are, I don't know if he should compare Avatar in the mix. Snake Eyes mentioned it, but I mean, is Avatar the end all of everything? No, Avatar is an original property that no one had seen anything like Avatar, so everyone wanted to go see it. We've already had numerous Superman movies, so it's not gonna catch people off guard. Like, I can't believe the Superman movie. I mean, the first film just amazed audiences. You'll believe a man can fly because you hadn't seen that over and over again in theaters. So that initial shock and awe is done. Iron Man, so much of it was, I can't believe they actually got a superhero movie right. That's why for this topic for tonight, I cut it off before then, because I feel like there's a strong portion of comic movies that don't get done without Iron Man. And Iron Man represented, you can be true to the character. You don't have to reinvent everything. You can make him look like he looks in the comic book. You can have an origin very true to the comic book. You can stick to the core aspects and people will respond and people go to the movies over and over again. It's also a terrible, terrible example because I'm looking now at the list of highest grossing comic movies ever. Y'all know what number one is. That's Avengers Endgame. And I don't have to go forever and ever. Where is this now on the list? Iron Man, at least the first two Iron Man films, aren't in the top 50. But the first Iron Man is still one of the absolute best comic book movies we've seen. And it's, let me see, domestically, I'm sorry, in its opening weekend, way back in 2008, yeah, Iron Man made 201.2 million. Now, that's still good enough for an overall 33 best all time. And let me see, how many DC movies are better than that? Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, number 7, 422.5 million. It craters after that. The next DC movie, number 17, Justice League with 278. Suicide Squad, James Gunn, $267 million, and that was tied with, or just a little bit above, the first Deadpool film. Then you go to Dark Knight Rises, then Joker, and Wonder Woman. So it's not like a lot of DC movies are as good, and Iron Man is still considered one of the best comic book movies. So, and Jamelin made this, and I need to go back to it because this was a really good point. Superman should be the flagship. He's a prototype. That's not a John Cena reference. And also, Iron Man having a movie elevated a B or C tier character by broadening his exposure. Superman's already super exposed. He's one of the characters, if you asked your grandma, your old 90-year-old neighbor, who's Superman, they know who Superman is. People didn't know who Iron Man was outside of comic book circles. And so he's got added pressure. And Superman, Retro Robo says this too. If you can't get one of the main three characters, period, of comic books, I would say it's Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. I mean, we'll act like the Marvel stuff didn't happen for this, but those are the three main ones. I wouldn't even say Wonder Woman. If you just ask Joe Blow on the street, Jane hanging out, who are the top three superheroes? You'd say Superman, Batman. You don't mention Iron Man, most likely. And he has to get this right. And it's not a thing of, well, don't compare my 2025 Superman to what happened in the past. Your Superman has to be one of the best because it's restarting a universe. We've already seen 2 stop and starts with Superman. This is not like Iron Man. We didn't have multiple versions of Iron Man films coming and going and stopping. You had that Brandon Roth movie, didn't work because you just redid Superman, Richard Donner versions. You tried it with Henry Cavill, and you did one movie, and they were like, we can't wait. We've got to catch up to Marvel right now. We don't need to spend the time doing a Man of Steel 2 and 3 and then going on to it because we had 3 Iron Man films before we had a second Avengers film. And they did so much stuff to build up the Marvel Universe, and Warner Brothers wasted it because they were like, Zach, drop everything. We need to hurry up and we need to pull this Justice League movie together. And that's why that didn't work. This is the 3rd time with the Superman movie since 2006. You can't go, well, hey, man, judge it by this one movie on its own. It's not, dude. Sorry. This is like the bottom of the 6th inning. You got to do more stuff. You have to get this home run. You have to get a triple at least. It needs to be a great movie that people are like, I want to see so much more of this. I want to see Supergirl. I want to see Lobo. I want to see Clayface. Clayface is such a weird next choice that it doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence. I don't see why Clayface is a puzzle piece in this DC universe. It needs to be Batman. It needs to be Wonder Woman.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
Big characters.
This is one of the another thing that James Gunn said. He said, "Hey, I'm kind of sick of seeing Batman movies. We've done all these Batman movies. We can't figure. There's every possible thing in Batman out there, and I don't want to do a campy Batman movie.
Don't do a campy Batman.
I mean, so he's already set his marker. Hey, we will not. DC will not do a movie until we have a finished script and screenplay." And we're not doing just random Batman movie to make any artificial deadlines, but to make a Clayface movie before you have a established Batman in the universe. Because at the end of the day, Clayface is going against Batman. So how are you going to have Clayface in a world without Batman? It's who stops Clayface in it? Are we trying to make Clayface a sympathetic character, an anti-hero? It's an actor. At the end of the day, I mean, he's an actor who loses his ability to be himself. Unless you're going to use, the Batman animated movie? The Batman animated series that was really good. How are you going to get to a Clayface resolution? It seems like you really want Superman to work to get you to all these other properties. but you also have to tell the suit, hey, don't cut us off, a la Zack Snyder. Even though, as you said correctly, when the studio told him rush to get us to Justice League instead of doing what you need to. He's trying to say expectations. Hey, I want to get there. I want to get to movies. Don't ask me what time. What I'm not going to get to a Justice League movie. It's not going to happen. You get good movies, and that's what he wants to do.
So I got you in just a second, Chief. But see, another thing is he's saying it's part of a puzzle. People need to want to watch and check out the puzzle. When Marvel Studios set their whole billion-dollar juggernaut rolling, they were very intentional with how they did it. They did Iron Man. Then they did one of the top 5, 10 superheroes that everybody knows with the Hulk. Now, they couldn't just go nuts with it because they had a bad Hulk movie. So they had to kind of like, all right, let's try. And it was good. And so you did that. Then we did, oh, y'all like Iron Man. Here's another Iron Man movie. They didn't go, well, let's try all these other characters. They didn't go, hey, let's do a Trevor the Mandarin movie. Let's do a, let me think of a really fringe ridiculous character. Let's do a, maybe not ridiculous. Let's do a Baron Zemo movie for our third Marvel movie. They didn't do that. They were like, yeah, let's stay the course. Then let's do a Thor, because they needed to really say, all right, we've got these 3 movies, so we've got a bunch of goodwill set up. Now we'll try for the diciest character of all these. Let's try Thor. Are y'all still with us? Great. We know now we're good. We're solid. We've already got 3 movies that y'all like. And Thor, great. That's 4. So it doesn't matter how good Captain America is. Y'all already hooked. Y'all are invested for Avengers. Avengers takes off and it's crazy. Y'all know this already. But if they were like, okay, we did Iron Man, we did Hulk. Now let's do a movie on the Vulture. That's a better one. Let's do a movie on Vulture. And oh yeah, let's do a movie on Cardiac. He's a great character and he's part of the puzzle. No one would have stuck around. No one would be invested in the Marvel Studios universe. And I'm worried that trying to make this big 1,000 piece puzzle when the DC audience fans don't trust DC, they need like a 10 or 20 piece puzzle. Then you can go on to a 50, 100, 500, go nuts. But we got to have one puzzle that's really good. That's like, okay, whoo, y'all can do this. Keep going. But they've not done that so far. And I think
this to me, I mean, I'm gonna agree with you, but this is why I say, hey, you need it. Like just saying, kind of agreeing with James Gunn here. I need to get that double to get people in the goodwill. I don't need to just try and hit this home run that misses the mark. I can get you this really good double / triple that, oh, you guys don't suck. I'll come back and watch these movies. If you go, oh, I'm making this movie, it's so for me, I love everything. Everybody else thinks it sucks, but it's the greatest movie ever. That'll end me. But if I make this double, triple, okay, I'm not feeling like I'm wasting my time. Maybe I will go check out the Supergirl that I had no interest in seeing. I'll check that out. Maybe I'll go check out this. I'll check out Clayface. Which
let me just ask this. So while we sit here and we talk about him with this foolishness, so you're gonna put out a Superman movie you're hoping to hit a double with. And then you're going to follow that Superman movie with the damn same exact powered character from the same world that got blown up with the same powers, who's related to the dude that you only plan to hit a double with. You're hoping just to hit a double with, and you're sending that back out, and you're saying, hey, I've got this one character, and we hope we do well with him, kind of, sort of, and then we're going to throw the same exact character back out, but as a female. And then we hope we hit. What, you going to hit a single with this? I mean, what are you planning on doing? Like, you didn't. And then after you send the same 2 characters out, you're gonna hit us with Clayface. I got something for y'all. What's that?
What?
Clayface. That's like waking up Christmas morning and you know there's a PlayStation under there for you. Your pop's like, I got it, son. And then you rip it open and it's a damn PlayStation 2. Now you're just tight. You're looking at him. You like, what is this? It's a PlayStation. Yeah, it's a PlayStation. Pop. It's a 2. It's a 2. And he's like, what's wrong? Now you've been hit with this PlayStation 2. You're pissed off. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like they're doing. They're hitting us with a PlayStation 2. Like, we've seen this before. You're gonna give us a movie that you're not even sure is gonna be mediocre. You're gonna change it, not even change it, you're gonna come back right behind it. And all the characters from DC, all the characters you could have picked from DC, you're gonna throw the same exact one out as.
Well, okay. And this is, I have not seen it. I mean, I have no idea. But this probably is what makes the idea work of having no origin movie. This is, Superman's been around in this universe a while. So you can do, if this works, you can have a Supergirl because she's not some, the world has never been introduced to Superman before. We can tell a different story that we've never told on Superman.
I'm a million times with Chief on this. This is like,
your brother works for James Gunn at this point. You have to realize that. He knows James Gunn. They're friends, and he works with him or for him, bro. There's no way he can be sitting here on this podcast tonight saying the things that he does and not working with or for that man.
No,
there's no way. Liar.
The funny thing is, I agree with you guys. Right now, I could not say this is. If you told me as a board executive, if you were giving me a slate of movies that you're coming out with, Supergirl, if you tell me the second one is Supergirl, I'm saying, no, we're not funding that. We need to see where your Superman movie goes. We are not funding a Supergirl movie until 3 or 4 years. I mean, well, it has to be the 5th movie. I'm not doing it. You have to get the big characters right. Because we lost. I mean, Wonder Woman was almost there. Our 84 screwed up, but
at any time y'all can bash Wonder Woman.
No. I'm just saying, like, we have some ideas on how to make a good Wonder Woman. That's not too crazy for us. We saw how to make a good one. We saw how to make a bad one. We just go back to making a good one. We're good. Just create our new Wonder Woman character. We're fine. If you don't want to release a Batman movie as your third, come out with something else. But Supergirl, I don't care who you have write the script. You needed to have that person put their energy into another character. Same with Clayface. You needed to find, if I'm the studio head, you paid a writer to write a Clayface when you should have been paying a writer to write this.
Clayface could be just fine as a HBO Max show. We don't need a full movie, and no one cares about Clayface to the point of making him your third movie. I think where they messed up is that would have been getting Iron Man, Hulk, and then them making a She-Hulk movie. So Chief is 100% right. You can't repeat powers, even if you have Supergirl going somewhere else. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, we've already seen a character flying with heat vision, with super breath. What else do you got? And I was going to say this, and David Thanos, not joking. I think one of the first should have been Green Lantern. Green Lantern should not be a TV show. It should have been an all-out, let's spend a lot of money, do it justice movie. And we didn't need Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Choose one. Just go, all right, Jon Stewart. And go from there. We don't need both of them. Don't make it confusing. Stop trying to make this too complicated. Don't show off your geek knowledge with a Clayface movie. Go with a Green Lantern. Don't do Aquaman. Who else? Do a Martian Manhunter movie. That would be something different. And Martian Manhunter has cool, unique powers that would make for a really fun movie. He could fight white Martians. He could be your character going off to another galaxy like they're doing with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, now just named Supergirl. And So Green Lantern, because I get it. You don't want to do the same ones you've already done. So Batman, pause. Wonder Woman, pause. Flash, pause. And Aquaman, you've still got big heroes. Green Lantern, you've got Martian Manhunter. I bet if they wanted to do something wild and outrageous, they could have made a fun Hawkman movie. Dude keeps getting killed, is reincarnated. That could have worked for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got somebody who can do all kinds of stuff, but it's just so weird. And I'm not sure, especially if you don't want to do a Batman.
Okay. I went out and I ate a burger for dinner one night. Me and my shorty went out. We had a burger. Ate that burger for dinner at a restaurant. The next night I come home from and shorty in the kitchen making what? Burgers. I swear to God, bro. And she put a burger on the plate and I just looked at her. And I didn't say I ate that burger, but I wasn't happy about it. Because I'm like, oh, we just had burgers last night. And I feel like if you ate the same meal 2 nights in a row, 3 nights in a row, you're going to be like, yo, what the hell? I love burgers. I don't want it twice in a row for dinner. You know what I mean? Throw a hot dog in there. I don't give a damn if it you know what I mean? Throw a bratwurst. Some, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a piece of chicken. I don't care. I don't want another burger 2 nights in a row. So this is what I'm saying. So now it's Supergirl. You eat Superman. Now you go over there and you eat more burgers. Now you served up 2 burgers. And then after that, they serve you some goddamn dino chicken fingers. That's what Clayface is. You know what I mean? Pulling the dino chicken fingers. You like, yo, did you put any work in this? No, I just got them out the freezer. They were in dinosaur shapes, and I put them in the oven. And now you're mad because now you're eating dino chicken fingers. You're 50 years old, and you got a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the shape of a nugget. You know what, man? Don't even get me started. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Listen, man. I don't even. Yeah. Look. It could have been a veggie burger, but not another beef burger. You gotta switch it up. I don't want this. You know what I mean? Better than McDonald's? It wasn't better than McDonald's. It's never better than McDonald's. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is, man. Let me tell you something. All I'm saying is this is a stupid move to serve us the same meal twice. You know what I mean? Same meal twice. I don't want to eat burgers twice in a row. You know what I mean? Hell, I don't want to eat steak every night. You got to switch it up. And I definitely don't want no dino nuggets. And that's what's coming. That's what Clayface is dino nuggets. Frozen. And you get bite into one and the center of the damn thing never unfroze. And then you let me tell you something. Don't even get, yeah. So y'all enjoy this craziness that he's doing.
Okay.
I'm trying to
let me say, I think your idea of starting with Green Lantern
right.
probably has a studio head. Hey, we tried to start a whole new universe on Green Lantern. It did not work. If you come up with, if you pitch a Martian Manhunter movie of, hey, he's a alien dropped into our world. You can do you can do flashbacks of when he first gets there into the world, how he actually integrates in the world, and then how he's, John Jones, the detective in our current world. That is an easier movie probably to do. It's, hey, we can do grounded and still we can start as grounded, but then expand into a very superhero world. That could be our second movie. It's, hey, Superman worked. Now we're giving you something you have not seen before, which should be fun.
They could have started Green Lantern over again. I'm agreeing with the chat. If you can do emo Batman, you could do Green Lantern again. If you
could you have done a Green Lantern movie with Jon Stewart? Is, hey, you can talk about the great Hal Jordan, but you have our start is Jon Stewart. It's crazy to sound. The animated Superman music now, Justice League Unlimited. Justice League started with they said, hey, we're going with Jon Stewart. We know we've done Kyle Rayner, and we kind of took his origin. Hal Jordan's origin and made it into Kyle Rayner. but we have decided we're starting with Jon Stewart and go. We know everybody knows why we did. I mean, hey, it gives it so you don't have the same heroes. We're good with that. That I think making that decision, a business decision, is we are not starting with the same old Justice League. We're giving you something new, but we think it'll be fresh. We can come out with a great story.
You know, they could have done a story with the stinking pig, and the pig Green Lantern, the big stinking.
We know what you're talking about.
And
Kilowog.
At the end of that story, they could have introduced either Jon Stewart or Hal Jordan to the pig and brought him into that world at that moment. We got a new recruit, and then as the movie ends, you see him meeting whatchamacallit.
Could you have, I mean, I know a lot of you guys, I mean, Jeff, you've done it in the chat, is you told the story on how the Ring does not get to Guy Gardner when it should have gotten to Guy Gardner first. That would have been an interesting movie because, hey, we've seen the movie of Green Lantern. Guy Gardner, his origin and his tale of misadventures. That would be more, I mean, you need something different, and I think everybody is in agreement.
I'm just laughing because nobody wants to see a second dose of Supergirl, and nobody wants to see Clayface. Everybody's just like, yo, there's a million ways we could have done this thing. And it's just hilarious that you give a dude $300 million and you say, hey, listen, go make some movies. And he's like,
That's the biggest problem is you're giving a guy a $200+ million budget.
225.
For Clayface. Instead of
not doing that for Clayface.
But I'm sure
that's a Superman budget.
That's what Superman budget should be. But to make back your money, to you saying, "Hey, we can make a 400, we can make 500 on that." But if you come up with something people want to see, I mean, a Clayface horror movie, is that really going to drive you there? I don't think so.
Oh, man, I love it, man. I love this world, bro. I love it, man. I just, man. You know what I mean? That's the type of dude who drops $100 on the ground and doesn't even pick it up. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna pick it up that 100. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's a very interesting time, man. And I can't wait till these movies drop, man. And I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh myself to death, man.
Hopefully, don't die.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad because I see Clayface is a great villain in a Batman movie. I mean, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, but using Blade 3 is kind of, hey, this guy can beat anybody at any time. And Batman has to figure out who he is, what his motives are, and how to stop him. That seems like a good second movie of a Batman. Or hell, I mean, because it has to be a second because we have to establish who Batman and what he does. And it can't be emo Batman. But a Clayface, he can run a whole movie.
Batman does not need an origin movie. You just be Batman for years. Just roll from there.
That's what I'm about. You need a Batman in this universe. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't need an origin either.
Who?
The Batman in this James Gunn universe.
That's what I'm, but all right. So would you, if you were to do your Batman movie, where would you start?
He's been Batman for years.
Who's your bad guy that this Batman is fighting? Because Batman fighting, what was it, Deathstroke, should have been an easy layup for the Zack Snyder. So, but who would you have? I'm taking Joker off the table. Who is the one you have him going against in his first movie?
Clayface would be fine because it plays up with Batman being a detective. He has to use the detective abilities to figure out who this new assassin is coming to Gotham, trying to take out all these mob bosses. And it's Clayface. He keeps changing his identity. He keeps coming up with these characters because he's delusional, thinking he's this great actor, and now he's messed up. So he's inventing all of these new players on the underworld, and Batman keeps taking them out, or Clayface is killing these characters off as a dramatic actor. And Batman finally realizes after piecing together this investigation, these guys aren't getting killed. The person who's doing it is the same guy. It's Clayface. And now I know. And I mean, it's a detective movie. Batman takes him out just like that.
James Gunn, Jeff gave you that for free.
That was way too good. I'm sorry. You can't work in Hollywood. That was an easy layup. And it was like, oh, hello. If you would like to talk to me as an EP on this, I'll take it. But that would be a movie people are like, I will watch that. Versus a Clayface movie.
It's not as hard as they make it. It's really not. You just have to have people who read comic books. A Riddler movie. I mean, we still don't have Riddler as a Batman villain. So Batman in his third year and introduce Robin as his sidekick. See, I'm fine holding Robin till the second movie, but I feel like in those top 10 comic book characters, Robin is one of them. And I feel like they run for the hills at the thought of Robin. And oh man, we've got a world where these aliens are coming, but a kid dressed up fighting supervillains, that's too much. It's like, listen, you've gone too far when you introduce Clayface, when you have Lobo coming through, when you have a Green Lantern with a magic ring, a dude training a little kid who's got some, issues of his own too to fight bad guys. That's too much. They need to lean into it because people know Batman and Robin. And with everybody knowing Batman and Robin, just embrace it. Figure out a way to make it make sense and just go from there. Oh, I mean, and you don't even have to worry don't waste your time on an origin. This is my adopted son, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd. We're going out to fight crime. Well, what about, nope, sorry. He's already out there fighting crime with me. Don't waste your time with the origin. Just have them doing it.
Because was it Batman the animated series? This is, again, they did a very good job on introducing Dick Grayson the first time. I mean, like when he was going against Tony Zuko, that episode was very good.
Yeah, you don't have to reinvent this stuff.
Again, I mean, if you had the ability, would you start with a Dick Grayson, or would you already, Bruce Wayne has had all of the other Robins?
I would start with Tim Drake. Tim Drake is the best Robin because he's a really good detective, like Batman. People like him, like Dick Grayson. He doesn't have the anger as Jason Todd, and he's not as unhinged as Damian Wayne. And you've got a legacy where he's trying to live up to Dick Grayson, who's Nightwing already. And Nightwing can form the Titans and do his own thing. So we don't need him to be bogged down as Robin. And they just have a good partnership. And you can still edge him out and then bring in Damian. But I feel like if you get to Damian first, you're ruining all the cool potential storylines. And maybe you just have Tim in there not long after he's become Robin, where, oh man, he's still grieving the loss of his sidekick, Jason Todd, who wouldn't listen. So I've got to deal with the shadow of this guy who got killed. And I've got the shadow of the perfect Robin, who's now doing his own thing. I mean, this stuff is too easy. And it's because of years of great writers coming up with stuff like Marv Wolfman, Doug Grant, all these great writers have done all the hard work. And they keep going. Let's ignore all this stuff. Let's come up with our own take. And these takes aren't as good as what kept these characters going for decades.